Very good morning to one and all. So, let us start with the today's revision. So, what we will do today, we'll do some mixed questions from all the chapters to revise all the topics simultaneously, right? And from Monday, exams are going to be started, and it's your first exam, like it's maths, no? Maths paper, first exam. So you have to be very, very careful about the silly mistakes that you have done in the earlier paper, right? So that I have told you side by side also. And one thing that I have noticed in the previous exam, that most of the students, when they are sending their PDF, they are not checking this thing that all the pages are there or not. And afterwards, when I checked the paper and I found that out of 24 questions, child is attempting only 20, and I inquire from the student, they tell that ma'am, 4 pages are with us only. At that time, while making the PDF, it was skipped. So don't do this mistake, because once you will set the PDF, that will be your final paper, and afterwards no page will be accommodated at all, right? So while making the PDF, make sure that all the pages are included in your PDF file, right? No question should be there which is not included in the file. That will be a loss to you, because last time I have seen that there was a student getting 45 marks and 5 marks paper was not there. So if a child is doing 45 marks question and all the questions are corrected, then definitely I have doubt that 5 marks paper must be missed. And same thing happened, and that paper was not taken afterwards. So this thing you have to keep in mind, that while making PDF, all pages should be taken properly, right? And secondly, one more thing, that as I have put a message in the group as well, that as at 9:15 paper will be started, and 11:45, 10:45 it will be ended. So 9:10 you will get the PDF, and accordingly you will send it at 11:05. Till 11:05 you can send. 20 minutes में आपको अपनी PDF बना के मेरे को send करनी है. Not more than 20 minutes late. Otherwise, the consequences will not be good. Why we are so strict about this? Because one day when you will come in school and you will attempt paper here, then you will be in the same habit that we are getting 20 to 30 minutes, then half an hour, then 45 minutes, so 1 hour extra. So let us not indulge ourselves in that habit, which is not going to benefit us all at all, right? So better to be on time in sending your PDF. So these are general instructions from my side. Uh, just do your paper honestly, because if honestly I'm getting 25 out of 50, I will be proud on that 25. But if dishonestly I'm getting 50 out of 50, that will be in vain for future, right? Chaliye. So let us discuss some questions from the sample paper, mixed question, to do the thorough revision of all the chapters that are going to be appear in your PT3. Chaliye. So the first question is, find a rational number. Find a rational number between -3/7 and 1/3. So question from the first chapter, -3/7 and 1/3 के बीच में rational number. So we know that while we are finding the rational number between two rational number, the denominator should be the same. So taking the LCM of 7 and 3 is equal to 21. So we want to make it to be 21. Multiply numerator and denominator by 3 and multiply numerator by 7 by 21. So we are having the numbers -9/21 and 7/21. So Now we have to see the three numbers which lie between -9 and 7. So how we can check those three numbers? We can have -9 and 7 on number line and see the number. Say it be -9 and this is 7. So you can find so many numbers between these. So three of them are minus 8 by 21, minus 7 by 21, minus 6 by 21. So these are the three rational numbers. Second question from the same sample paper is, x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial. X plus 1 is a factor of polynomial. Which polynomial? It is 2x square plus kx, then find k. Then find k, right? So this is the polynomial जिसका कि हम एक factor दिया हुआ. This is from chapter number 2, polynomials. So first we'll name this polynomial as px. पहले हम इस polynomial का name रखें. Px is equal to 2x square plus kx. Now x plus 1 is its factor. When x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, what it means? It means when we divide this this polynomial by x plus 1, remainder is 0. That means we'll start with the condition that remainder is 0 by stating the given thing, that because x plus 1 is factor of the given polynomial, therefore remainder will be 0 while dividing this by this. So to find remainder, x plus 1 equal to 0, x is equal to -1. Therefore we'll start with the condition that remainder is equal to 0. So p of -1, this is equal to 0, right? Putting x to be -1, you'll get it to be 2 minus 1 square in k into -1 equals to 0. So -1 square is same as 1. So you will be having 2 minus k is equals to 0, minus k is equal to 2, and k is equals to -2. This is from polynomial chapter. Third question is from Euclid's geometry, that is excluded from the syllabus. Let us go with the fourth question. Fourth question is, in the given figure, this figure is given to us, a straight line AOB is given, and then there is POQ on here. POQ. This is 65 degree, this is 25 degree. What we want to find? We want to find the value of angle POQ. So this is very easy. Straight line angle, sum of the three angles on the straight line, this is always equal to 180 degree. Because straight line angle, their sum, it is always 180 degree, right? So writing it to be 65 plus angle POQ plus 25 is equal to 180 degree. 65 plus 25 is 90 plus POQ is equal to 180. So POQ is equal to 180 minus 90, and that is equal to 90 degree. So angle POQ, this is equal to 90 degree, right? So again, as it is the question of geometry, so whenever there are questions of geometry, the reason needs to be mentioned. So you will mention here that we are using the concept of straight line angle, right? Next question. It is from again geometry, triangle chapter, that in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, angle C is equal to angle A. So let us make a figure first to get the exact picture, that there is a triangle ABC in which angle A and C, they are given to be equal. Angle A and C, they are given to be equal in triangle A, B and C. Further he says BC is equal to 6 centimeter. The value of BC, this is given to be 6 centimeter, right? And AC is equal to 5 centimeter. AC is equal to 5 centimeter. He says find the value of AB. So we want to find the value of AB. No perimeter is given. So it is not like related to Heron's formula. So it is related to triangle using the property that if two angles are equal, then opposite sides to the equal angles are always equal. So if we are having this to be 6, this is also 6. So you will write as angle A is equal to angle C. So this implies AB is equal to BC because side opposite to the equal angles are equal, right? So value of BC is 6 centimeter. AB is 6 centimeter. As BC is 6, so AB as equal to BC will also be equal to 6. Chaliye. Let us start with next question. It is from lines and angles. The question is, in the given figure, we are having the lines AB and CD to be parallel. AB, CD, they are parallel. This is point O and this is your X. And this X is required where it is given that angle B is 37 degree and angle D is 40 degree. This is given to us, right? So now as X is required, so I have told you whenever such kind of figure is there, you can see that one question is like example of lines and angles which is of the same sort, and one is the question of 6.2, I think that is also of the same kind. So what method I have told you इसके तो ना बस पेट में शुरा मारने वाली बात होती है. ये क्वेश्चन लाइक दिस हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन करनी पड़ेगी. We will draw a line passing through O. Let it be EF. Draw EF parallel to both AB and let it be CD. AF जो है उसके AB और CD दोनों के हमने parallel draw कर दिया. Now this question, it is consisting of the two questions. We want to find X. After having this line RX, which is our target, it's been divided into two parts. One I am marking it to be angle 1 and another I am marking it to be angle 2. So angle 1, angle 2 हमारे पास आ गए. So this angle 1 that we need to find. Now these two lines, they are parallel and you can see that this is working as transversal, right? Whenever we have to see some angle in, with context to the parallel and the transversal line, make sure one thing that the angle should touch the line parallel and the transversal. Only then we can take that angle. So this angle is touching one of the parallel line, another transversal. This is also parallel and transversal. So what it means? It means these two angles can be taken with context to these two parallel lines. And what kind of angles they are forming with respect to AB parallel to EF? Let me ask it from Disha 9C. Disha, angle 1 and 37. What relation they are having if I am telling you that AB parallel to EF? Yes, Disha?
Ma'am, angle 1 and?
Angle 1 and 37.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
What relation they are having if these two lines are parallel?
Ma'am, angle 1 and?
37, bache, angle B. This is 37.
Ma'am, co-interior angles.
Co-interior angles, or we can say that interior angles on the same side of transversal. Disha, can you tell me the property of the interior?
On the same side.
Can you tell me the property of the interior angles on the same side of transversal? That means co-interior angles.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Angle 1.
Yes.
Angle 1 plus 37 degree is equal to 180 degree.
Definitely, exactly.
Supplementary, matlab some of the sides are supplementary.
The more co-interior angles, always supplementary. Nice, Disha, you're telling the right answer. So we are having this 1 and 37, 1 plus 37 degree. This is equal to 180. This is sufficient to write that they are co-interior angles. Co-interior, because co-interior angles, they are having this property that their sum is equal to 180 degree. So 1 is equal to 180 minus 37. So angle 1 is equal to 123 degree. So this comes out to be 123. 133. No, 143, sorry. This is 143. So we are having angle 1 is equal to 143. Same concept we will apply for the another pair of parallel lines, that means EF and CD. If we are looking at EF and CD, what we see? This EF and CD. They are parallel, so 2 and 40, they are also co-interior. So we are having angle 2 plus 40 degree. This is co-interior by equal to 180. Co-interior using the same concept that interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. So angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 40. So angle 2 is equal to 140 degree. So 2 comes out to be 140 degree. So you can see easily now that this x, which was our target, it is become the sum of angle 1 and 2. So when we are adding angle 1 and 2, we get the value of x. So x is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2, and that is equal to 143 plus 140. 283 degree is the answer, right? Chaliye. So let us start with the next question. Next question is from construction. Draw an angle of 6, ठीक है. Draw an angle of 110 degree. Angle to be made is equal to 110 degree, and then bisect this angle with the help of protractor and measure the each part you are getting after bisecting. So as far as 110 degree is concerned, we all know that it is to be made with protractor only. We can't bisect it like with the, we can't make it with the compass, no? So let us start. This is, and marking it to be OA. Arrow is to be shown whenever we are drawing the arm of that angle, because we know that angle is the combination of two rays. So this arrow sign shows that arm is a ray, right? Now at this point O, you need to draw 110 degree, and that is to be with protector, and moreover it is a obtuse angle. It will be outside the point O, not it will be inside. So you will keep the protector point joined with O, protector center point, and going with 110 after counting 100 and then 10. 110. Let us mark it B. So this comes out to be 110. Now we have to bisect it with help of the compass. So what I have told, that you just put a compass here and mark, put a compass here on O point and mark the arc like this. When you mark the arc like this and you want to bisect, you know how to bisect an arc. Actually, angle is represented by this arc. That means this was the full protector, and out of this protector, this arc has taken the length of 110 degree. Now, if we want to bisect this angle, that means we need to bisect this arc. And how to bisect the arc? Whatever arc is to be bisected, we need to measure the length of that arc like this. हमें उस arc की length जो है उसकी इतनी measurement कर लेनी है, right? Now, whatever compass you have opened, keep the needle at the starting point once, mark arc here, and same length of compass, keep the needle at the ending point and cut the previous arc. You will get this to be C. So here angle AOC is half of angle AOB, that is half of 110, and that is equal to 55 degree. So this you have to keep in mind, that whenever to bisect an angle, you just Measure the arc of the angle, keeping the needle at the starting point and at the ending point with the same length, cutting the two arcs, the point and the vertex of the angle. When it will be joined, we will get the bisector of angle AOB. So this is the way to bisect an angle. This we have discussed earlier also. So let us start with the next. Next question is, if each side of a triangle is doubled, if each side of a triangle is doubled, each side of triangle is doubled, then find the ratio, then find the ratio of area of new triangle, find the ratio of the area of new triangle and the given triangle. Now we don't know that what kind of it is given that each side of equilateral triangle. If each side of equilateral triangle is double, find the ratio of the area of the new triangle to that of the given triangle. So equilateral triangle, let us take for the old triangle and then take it for the new triangle. For old triangle, let us take the side to be A. Side we are taking to be A. So area is equal to root 3 by 4 A square. Area is equal to root 3 by 4 A square. Now, if we are talking about the new triangle, the side is getting doubled. So side will be 2A. And then area is equal to root 3 by 4 side square, that means 2A square. So we are having root 3 by 4 into 4A square. 4 get cancelled. This is root 3A square. Let it be A1, area 1, and let it be A2, that is area 2. Then he says, find the ratio of the area of the new triangle that of the old triangle. New triangle or old triangle के areas का ratio. So it is but obvious, I have told you when we were doing surface area volume, that whenever to find ratio, and ratio में whatever is written first, that is to be taken as numerator. So we want to find A1 over A2. That is equal to root 3A square over root 3 by 4A square. A square cancel. Root 3 into 4 over root 3. This is 4 ratio 1. So answer comes out to be 4 ratio 1. So let us do the next question. The next is, a polynomial px equals to x raised to power 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus ax plus 3a minus 7 plus 3a minus 7. This is a polynomial px, and it is told that this polynomial px is, when divided by x plus 1, when it is divisor, we are given it to be x plus 1. It is divided by x plus 1. it leaves the remainder 19. Remainder it leaves is 19. When this polynomial divided by x plus 1 leaves remainder 19. This is dividend divided by divisor, remainder 19. He says, using this information, find the value of a. We need to find value of a. This is actually the application of remainder theorem. So earlier though we used to discuss so many questions on the basis of the application of remainder theorem. But this time we are strict to some limited portion. You know, time is like this only, that we can't interact you face to face in the class. So some limitations are there. So anyhow, we should know the things and we should teach the things as much as we can. Chaliye. So you see, this is divided by this and remainder is this. You leave it, that remainder is 19. You tell me, when I divide px by this x plus 1, then according to remainder theorem, what will be remainder? Harshita, 9c. Harshita, 9c. Bache, unmute yourself.
Ma'am, p minus 1 equals to remainder.
हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक. According to remainder theorem, when we divide this by this, I have told you, otherwise तो plus है तो minus, otherwise you remember one uniform formula that this is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1. Remainder is equal to p of minus 1. So according to remainder theorem, remainder is p of minus 1. But according to question, remainder is 19. Suppose I am giving you to divide 17 by 2. All of you are dividing 17 by 2. And remainder that you will be getting, it is 1. What it means that whenever we are dividing one number by another number, the whole universe will get the same remainder, right? This is called the power of mathematics, logical subject, right? So similarly, if we are dividing this by this, p of minus 1 is remainder, and another one is saying, no, 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 19 is remainder. This is unknown and 19 is known. It means both should be equal. So this is the logic of mathematics, that whatever answer we are getting, that is universal if it is okay, if it is correct, right? If and some clashes are there, then we have to stick on one thing, that these two remainders, they will be equal. कि अगर ऐसी condition नहीं होती तो वो दोनों आपस में उस केस में equal होंगे. So whether we are saying p of minus 1, he is saying 19, so condition is they must be equal. Why we are doing so? Actually, we want to find the value of a, and whenever we want to find the value of any unknown, what we need? We need an equation. And from where we will get an equation? From the clue that is given in the question. And what clue is given? That this remainder, its value is equal to 19. Now, p of minus 1, putting x to be minus 1 raised to power 4, this 3 into minus 1 square, minus a into minus 1, 3a minus 7 equal to 19. So this is 1 minus 1 cube minus 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 plus 3 plus a plus 3a minus 7 equal to 19. So this is 6 minus 7. This is minus 1. 3a plus a, this is 4a equal to 19. So 4a is equal to 19 plus 1, that is 20. And a is equal to 5. So value of a, we are getting it to be 5. So by using this condition, we have find out the value of the unknown a. So this is one of very famous question from remainder theorem chapter. Chaliye, let us start with the next. A card is drawn from a well shuffled pack of cards. That means total cases 52. He says, find the probability that drawn card is a red king. So if we know that how many total kings are there, then obviously we will know that how many red out of them. So we know that there are total 4 kings in all, and 2 are red, 2 are black. So taking red king to be the consideration. So we are having 2 red, 52. Probabilities answer always you have to finalize them as in the lowest term. So let us do the cutting. 1 by 26 is the answer. So the next question. Actually coordinate geometry graphically है ना, तो मुझे लगता है कि साथ साथ ही वो मायने का भी अच्छा है. चलिए let us do one question from rationalization. Question is value of A is equal to root 2 plus 1 over root 2 minus 1 and value of B is root 2 minus 1 root 2 plus 1. Then find the answer of A square plus B square minus 4AB. Find the answer of A square plus B square minus 4AB. So whenever there are the expressions which are containing under root, that means irrational number in the denominator, so before cubing or before squaring it, that means before applying any of the arithmetic operations on that, firstly what we need to do, we should apply the concept of rationalization, that if we can remove root from the denominator. So let us consider A first. Root 2 plus 1 over root 2 minus 1. This we have considered, right? A we have considered. So rationalizing the denominator, we will be having, this is root 2 plus 1 over root 2 plus 1. This is root 2 plus 1, this is root 2 plus 1. 2 times root 2 plus 1. That means root 2 plus 1 whole square. Better to solve it like this. This will the better way of calculation. This is A minus B, A plus B. A square minus B square. So this is A plus B whole square. Applying, we are having A square plus B square plus 2 into A into B. And in the denominator, square and root get cancelled. 2 minus 1. So we are having 2 plus 1 plus 2 root 2 over 1. That is 3 plus 2 root 2. So after solving A, we are getting 3 plus root 2. Similarly, we can solve B as well. So B is equal to root 2 minus 1, root 2 plus 1. Let us rationalize it. This is root 2 minus 1 over root 2 minus 1. Remember, this is A. So further we are having root 2 minus 1 whole square over again A square minus B square. So further it is equal to A minus B whole square. In the numerator we have to apply, right? So this is A square plus B square minus 2AB. Root and square get cancelled. This is 2 minus 1. So further equal to 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2 over 1. This is 3 minus 2 root 2. This is the value of B, right? So after solving A and B in such a way such that the root term, it get vanished from the denominator, we can go for the further step. So, and better to have the terms side by side in the sense that whatever you need in the required expression, you need A square, you need B square, you need AB. So let us firstly find A square, B square and AB separately, then put in the expression and get the answer. That will ease your calculation. So A square, this is equal to, don't do square of this now. We have shifted A in this form. We will do the square of this. 3 plus 2 root 2 square. This is A square plus B square. इसका स्क्वायर करोगे, this is 2 2 जा 4, root 2 का स्क्वायर 2, 4 2 जा 8, plus 2AB, 2 2 जा 4, 3 जा 12 root 2. So this is 17 plus 2 root 2. This is the value of a square. Now we are getting the value of b square. B square, this is equal to 3 minus 2 root 2 whole square. And that is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab minus 12 root 2. So this is 12 root 2. This is 8 b square. So this is equal to 17 minus 12 root 2. This is 17 plus 12 root 2 and this is 17 minus 12 root 2. And now one more thing we need in the expression, that is AB. AB means product of these two, A and B. So let us find AB. AB is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 into 3 minus 2 root 2. That is A square minus b square. This is 9 minus 8. This is equal to 1. Now you are having a square, you are having b square, you are having ab, putting the values of all these in the given expression. So we are having a square plus b square minus 4ab. So this is equal to 17 plus 12 root 2 plus 17 minus 12 root 2 minus 4 into AB. What is the expression AB give us? 1. So it's better to find the value of A square, B square and AB separately and then put in the expression whatever we want to find. It will definitely help you to do the calculations in the simple way, right? So further it is equal to 17 plus this plus 12 root 2 and minus 12 root 2, they get cancelled. 17 minus 4. This is 34 minus 4 and it is 30. So this is the answer for the given expression a square plus b square minus 4ab. Let us do next question from linear equation in two variables. Draw the graph of the equation 3x minus 2y equal to 6 and also write that where this graph will intersect x-axis. So this here I am going to end the meeting for all. All the best for Monday's exam, that is of maths paper. So do your best and give your best shot in the first very exam.